Yago lounged in his usual corner of the Las Aguilas HQ, a black coffee warming his hand as the glow of multiple monitors lit the sharp angles of his face. The place hummed quietly, keyboards clicking, muted comms chatter, distant footsteps, but Yago barely heard any of it. His world narrowed to the screen in front of him. He scrolled through the live feeds like a man half working, half amusing himself with the lives of unsuspecting civilians. Then a familiar label caught his eye: Castillejo's grocery branch, Agent Martel, body cam feed. A slow grin tugged at his mouth. Lex Martel. To the general public, he was the new chill security/maintenance guy. To Yago, Ace, his cousin, highly trained operative, and for reasons unknown and definitely hilarious, a grocery boy in exile. He clicked the feed open. Ace was restocking sardines like he was arranging weapons, precise, calm, unbothered, until she entered the frame. Nikki, Janica Tantuco, heiress, exiled, and currently the tyrant of Aisle 3. She marched up to Ace with the confidence of someone born to complain.
Hi, Lex, right?
Her voice had enough attitude to peel paint. Yes, ma'am, Ace answered, perfectly neutral.
Are you putting those labels forward? Kasi that's very important. Presentation is everything. Hindi lahat gusto ang butt side ng sardines.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, yung floor sa produce section, it's giving trauma. I almost slipped. And if I cracked my hip, you're paying for my titanium replacement.
Yago paused the feed, stared for 1 second, then burst into loud, helpless laughter.
What the hell am I watching? Aisle 3? The teleserie?
He immediately sent the clip to Alex with a text about Ace being possessed by a simping demon. The reply came just as fast, probably nalasing sa pabango ni girl. Yago shook his head, amused, but the grocery chaos wasn't even the highlight of his morning. A different feed caught his attention, one he checked far more often than he would ever publicly admit. Roadside Grill, Cassie Elizondo. There she was, wiping down tables like she was repenting for every bad decision she'd ever made, cheeks flushed, hair in a messy bun that looked one stray breeze away from surrendering. Her apron clung on like it, too, was enduring a long shift. Then Cassie paused, looked left, right, and then, dramatically, straight into the CCTV. Her lips formed a silent,
"Am I being watched?"
Yago almost slid off his chair in laughter.
Oh yes, I am your god, Miss Elizondo. And I am very entertained.
Cassie, realizing she might have been caught doing whatever private telenovela she had going on, raised her cleaning rag like a defeated rebel. Then she pointed at her mop bucket as if pleading for mercy. And then she mopped, in slow motion, like a Disney princess who had lost her will to live. Yago slapped the record button and saved the clip under Operation Delulu Princess in Grill Station. The next morning, when he checked the feed again, she was back. And this time she had left something behind. A post-it, pink gel pen. To CCTV, cam number 3.
"Yes, I see you. Please ignore my ugly angles. I'm cute in person. Love management."
Yago choked on his coffee. This woman is a menace to surveillance integrity. Naturally, he replied. Anonymously, of course. Later, Cassie found the laminated note he had left near the coffee machine. Cam number 3 says,
Noted. But please maintain cuteness consistently. Surveillance is 24/7. Also, nice mop twirl this morning.
Cassie giggled, bit her lip, and hid behind her coffee cup while Yago watched from HQ with a warmth blooming inconveniently in his chest. By noon, she retaliated. Another note, by the condiments tray. To cam number 3.
"Don't judge me if I triple dip fries. Surveillance should come with snacks. Your favorite grill princess."
Yago nearly spat out his water.
She's negotiating through condiments now? Lord.
He taped a reply near the salt. Triple dip all you want. Just don't let ketchup catch you cheating with mayo. Cassie read it, clutched her chest, and dramatically collapsed on the bench, like a heroine struck by forbidden love. Yago saved that too, for intel. By day 3, she escalated, a napkin folded into a tiny paper crown. Purple ink. To the CCTV king, your royal decree has been noted. This humble subject vows mop-worthy elegance. Long live surveillance. Her Grace, Grill Station Duchess. Yago stared at the screen like a man beginning to understand he was in danger. Not mission danger, heart danger. He sent the photo to Alex.
Brother, I'm in a cold war with a woman who weaponized condiments.
The reply came instantly.
Marry her before she declares independence.
Yago exhaled hard, rubbing his forehead as Cassie hummed while refilling the water container. Every now and then, she would glance at the camera and wink.
This is getting out of hand.
He muttered. He tried to close the monitor. He really did. But his hand hesitated, because the chaos wasn't just amusing anymore. It was addictive. It was warm. It was something he wasn't ready to name. He took another sip of coffee and shook his head. If Cassie left a handwritten sonnet next to the vinegar bottle tomorrow, he might just file a transfer request. Full-time grill surveillance. For national interest. Definitely not personal.
It was 4 in the morning at kung sino man ang may disiplina sa tulog ay siguradong nagrereklamo sa langit. Pero hindi si Cassie Elizondo. Hindi. Siya ay abala sa pagwagayway ng 700 pisong parang banner sa Victory Parade.
Yay! Talo ko kayo. Mayaman na ako. Mayaman.
She fanned herself with her winnings habang naglalakad na parang pangarap niyang maging Maria Clara na naka-Louis Vuitton. Kahit natalo siya ng 200 kanina, kinabawi niya sa huling round. Gcash Queen Reborn. Joey Marie humigop ng malamig na Barako coffee at napabulong na parang tumanggap ng prophecy. Wala na, suko na kami, kinain ni Baby Doll lahat ng swerte namin. Cassie flicked her hair, inayos ang tip jar na parang trophy.
Siyempre naman. Bigatin yung bagong client ko. Hindi pa nagsisimula, may tip na agad. Levels.
Clyde nagsasalin ng bagong serbesa ng kape, halos mahulog ang takore.
Sandali. Sino tong rich client mo na mukhang sugar daddy with extra steps?
Cassie dadma mode habang nag-aayos ng phone.
Yung taga-warehouse sa Salcido Lee Realty. Gusto raw ipagluto ko lagi si boss niya. Legit vibes, employer pa ang peg.
Eko sumabat na parang nagde-declaim.
Baka scam. Baka multi-level marketing. Baka ipakilo ka.
Joey pointed dramatically sa tip jar. Scam? Nagpauna ng bayad? First time ako makakita ng scammer na advance magbayad. May Gcash ethics. Clyde nasa mid?
Gcash ethics. Ano yon? Scam now, refund later.
Biglang bumunot si Cassie ng bagong phone. Hindi Cherry Mobile, hindi Nokia. iPhone Max, baby.
Anak ng LTE.
Echo halos gumulong sa sahig.
Saan galing yan? Sa turnuhan?
Cassie nagflip ng buhok at umirap.
Hoy, may credit card na ngayon, hindi na uso ang turnuhan. Service unit daw yan ni Sir Yago. May kapartner pang iPad Pro at AirPods. Feeling ko ako si Anna Curtis ng palengke.
The entire kitchen formed a formation na parang photo booth sa fiesta. Peace signs, kissy faces, James Bond poses. Manong Julio even borrowed Clyde's shades. Echo winked habang kumikimbot.
Cassie, pahingi solo pic mo.
Saan mo gagamitin? Gagawin mong wallpaper. Tapos pag nakita ng jowa mo, iisipin niya side dish mo ako?
Pogi points nga pag ikaw jowa ko. Miss Baby Doll ng Zambales.
Cassie tumayo na parang nagde-debate.
Bata pa ako, no? Hindi ako pang side chick category. Pang main dish ako. Lechon kung lechon.
Tawanan, malutong, parang chicharon.
Okay, ipapasa ko sa GC natin.
Bulalas ni Cassie habang nagtatype. Manong Julio kumamot ng ulo.
Anong GC?
Gagawa ako. Lahat tayo. Group name, The Palayok Club.
At doon nagsimula ang kapahamakan. Add natin si Sir Yago, sabi ni Joey. Nawalan ng kulay ang mundo.
Si Tita Lily na lang. Huwag yung kapre nating boss.
Cassie almost fainted. Pero huli na, Yago entered the kitchen, fresh from the shower, fresh from disapproval, fresh from the gates of testosterone.
Ano tong kaguluhan na to? Anong oras na? Bakit gising pa kayong lahat? Clyde, bakit di mo pa inihahatid sa bahay si Bulilit? Baka may missing child report na yan.
Cassie raised her cup proudly.
FYI, naghihintay ako ng sunrise.
Bakit? Vampira ka?
Yago's eyebrow almost flew off.
Natutunaw ang vampira pag may araw. Marunong ka ba ng mythology?
Echo inserted himself like a cheap commercial.
Correct. Ikaw yung daylight savings discount Dracula.
The kitchen erupted. Even Manong Julio almost died laughing. Cassie, feeling the adrenaline, pointed at Yago.
Kung ako vampira, ikaw namang kampon ni Satanas.
Yago stared. Deep, long, dangerous. Cassie stared back. Mas malalim. Mas matapang. Parang Miss Universe na may Wi-Fi problem.
FYI, pupunta ako palengke. Bibilhan ko si Sir Raul ng palayok. Nag-request ng sinigang for lunch. Tipper yon.
Natamaan ang pride ni boss.
Raul? Who's Raul?
Joey shrugged. Bagong client, warehouse kingpin, adik sa luto ni Cassie. Yago crossed his arms, mukha ng jealous na tarsier.
Na-chat mo lang mabait na agad?
Echo nag-side-eye.
Mas mabait siya kaysa sa ibang boss dyan.
Teka, bakit kayo nagsusugal rito? Akala nyo di ko kayo nahuli. Itinago nyo lang yung cards kung saan-saan.
Cassie nag-stomp ng paa.
Hindi ito sugal. Katuwaan. Unlike you, masyonda ka na kaya wala kang alam sa fun.
Oh! Sigaw ng buong kusina. Parang may nagwagi sa Miss Gay Caloocan. Yago nagtaas ng kamay, halos sumabog ang ulo.
Kasi binibaby nyo masyado yan. Kaya ayan, kung umasta, parang CEO ng roadside.
Cassie smirked.
Kung CEO ako, tanggal ka sa bonus.
She grabbed her backpack with dramatic flair.
At di kita ia-add sa GC namin. Tara Clyde, palayok mission.
Echo jumped in.
Sama ako. Banana cue tayo, Cassie.
Cassie winked.
Libre mo ako, Kuya Pogi.
Clyde complained.
Ako?
Cassie rolled her eyes.
Fine. Kuya Guapo ka.
Behind them, Yago twitched. Hard. Jealousy brewing like kapeng barako.
Bakit wala ako sa GC nyo?
Cassie faced him, one hand on hip, one hand ready to ruin a man's ego.
Simple lang. Gagawa ako ng Cassie Official GC na wala ka. Tapos gagawa ako ng Cassie Confidential with Yago GC na kasali ka. Tapos sa isa na wala ka, doon ka namin pagchichismisan.
And to everyone's shock, Yago laughed. A real laugh. Yago waved them off.
Hatid nyo na. Pag ako naghatid dyan, ililigaw ko sa kabilang barangay.
Cassie rolled her eyes so hard baka nalaglag soul niya.
Pag naligaw ako, sasakay na lang ako sa unicorn ng bakla kong pinsan.
And like the chaotic barangay heroes they were, the trio marched out. Clyde, Echo, at ang reigning inasal queen ng Zambales, si Cassie. Leaving Boss Yago standing alone, arms crossed, jaw tight, pretending he wasn't just hit straight in the heart by a girl armed with fries, palayok missions, and pure unstoppable charm.
Cassie stood outside Yago's apartment in Subic, arms crossed sa dibdib niya, staring at the door like it personally owed her money. This is not in my goddamn job description, she muttered while glaring at her phone as if kaya nitong magpaliwanag. She scrolled again through the message Yago sent.
Punta ka sa unit ko. May kailangan akong linisan.
Linisin. Chef siya, hindi vacuum cleaner. Hindi siya hired to fight dust mites. Diyos ko, kung alam niya lang na pati maid duties kasama sa package ng mataas na sahod, sana nagdala siya ng walis bago pa. Nag-deep breath siya, then rang the bell. A few seconds later, bumukas ang pinto. At doon siya muntik mawala ng pananalig sa Diyos. Yago appeared, freshly showered, wearing a white shirt that clung to his torso like it had a personal mission. His hair was still damp, his arms looked carved, and his abs under that shirt? Parang munay na bagong hango sa oven. She swallowed hard. This man was a walking contradiction. By day, he was sharp-tongued, intimidating, nakaka-intense na boss. The type na pag dumaan sa kusina, tahimik lahat. Pero sa gabi, mysterious. Wala sa restaurant. Wala sa staff GC. Biglang sumisingaw. And now, standing in front of her, looking like a dangerous plot twist. He leaned against the doorframe. Isang braso nakapatong sa gilid ng pinto na chest rising and falling slowly.
Anong tinitingnan mo?
Cassie snapped her gaze to his forehead. Bakit ba ako nandito? She demanded, arms crossed para lang may mapaglagyan ng kaba niya.
Malamang kasi ikaw ang paborito kong empleyado.
He teased. Paborito agad? Sir, chef mo ako, hindi mascot. Yago tilted his head, amused.
Relax ka lang, Chief.
Excuse me, sino ang chief dito?
E di ikaw. Ikaw ang nasusunod sa kusina.
He grinned, clearly enjoying her rising blood pressure.
Papasok ka ba o magtatayo ka na dyan ng picket line?
Depende. May bayad ba ito?
Ang taas na nga ng sweldo mo. Gusto mo pang dagdagan?
Hindi ito kasama sa job description ko. He looked unfazed.
Wala naman akong sinabi na ikaw ang maglilinis, di ba?
Cassie froze. Huh? Pero bago pa siya makapagprotesta, naglakad si Yago papasok ng unit. Left the door open for her. Left her hanging and annoyed. She followed him in, then instantly regretted it. It looked like a war zone. Damit sa sofa. Libros scattered like confetti. Takeout boxes na parang exhibit ng unhealthy lifestyle. At ang kusina, Diyos ko, parang may pumuputok na pressure cooker recently. If OCD were a person, patay na siguro siya ngayon. Yago watched her expression and laughed.
Sabi ko naman may cleaning service na darating mamaya.
So bakit ako nandito? She asked between clenched teeth. He walked toward her, steps slow but sure. Eyes focused sa kanya lang. Too close. Too warm. Too dangerous.
Kasi gusto kong ipagluto mo ako.
She gasped. Anong tingin mo sa akin? He leaned down, voice lowered.
Chef.
Ugh, may point. And damn him, she'd rather cook for him than clean his disaster apartment. So, cook for hire pala ako ngayon? She grumbled.
Masama ba? Paborito kong kainin ang mga luto mo.
Oh, that sounded way too sexy. Cassie clenched her jaw. Gusto ko ring sabihin na ikaw ang paborito kong buwisit. Yago laughed, head thrown back, shoulders shaking. Fine, she huffed. Magluluto ako? His eyes lit up.
That's my girl.
Pero hindi ako maglilinis.
Okay, ako na bahala dyan pag alis mo.
Her eyebrows shot up. So kaya mo naman pala maglinis? He shrugged.
Ayoko lang gawin kapag nandito ka.
What the hell did that mean? Cassie rolled her eyes hard enough to create wind. She marched straight to the kitchen. Binuksan niya ang ref, and her brain turned into AI calibrated for menu planning. May sugpo, vegetables, butter, eggs, garlic butter shrimp with salted egg sauce, sautéed veggies. Maybe rice kung may bigas pa. And because Cassie was raised to multitask, sinabayan niya ng pagligpit sa kalat ng kusina habang nagluluto. She didn't even realize she was cleaning half the apartment. Halfway through melting butter, she felt it. May nakatingin. She turned and saw Yago leaning against the counter, arms crossed, silently watching her like she was the only thing worth watching. Ano? She snapped. Ngumiti siya ng dahan-dahan.
Wala naman. Ang hot mo pag galit ka.
She threw the dish towel at his face. He caught it easily. Of course he did. Hay naku buwisit ka, Boss Yago. He laughed softly, eyes never leaving her.
Tuloy mo lang, babe. I'm enjoying the view.
And just like that, Another day with Yago turned into chaos, banter, and that impossible tension neither of them was brave enough to name. Pero syempre, hindi niya matiis ang kalat. Kaya kahit sinabi niya na hindi siya maglilinis, ayun siya, nag-aayos ng sala, nagva-vacuum, nagtatapon ng basura. While Yago watched, admiring, and falling, slowly, quietly, dangerously.
Dapat sarado na ang restaurant. Tahimik na ang lugar, pero may naririnig siyang kalat na tawanan at tunog ng kutsilyo sa chopping board. He slowed his steps, arms crossed, at sumilip mula sa gilid ng pinto. At doon niya nakita ang ayaw niyang makita. Cassie, laughing, with Clyde and Jericho. She was standing between them, dressed in her usual fitted black chef's jacket, her dark curly hair messy from the long shift. Pero kahit pagod, she looked breathtaking. Damn it. At ang dalawang gago, obviously entertaining her.
Dapat sa'yo na lang ako natutong magluto, chef.
Jericho grinned, leaning a bit closer to Cassie. Para naman may maipagmamalaki ako, bukod sa kagwapuhan ko. Cassie rolled her eyes, pero natawa.
Problema mo yan. Malas mo, hindi ako nag-o-offer ng basic cooking lessons.
Grabe naman yun, Cass.
Clyde smirked, casually leaning against the counter. Baka naman kahit isang private session lang. Nagtaas ng kilay si Cassie.
Sa bagay, baka nga mas okay pang turuan ko yung golden retriever namin kaysa sa inyo.
Halakakan. Jericho clutched his chest dramatically.
Ouch! Napakasakit, chef.
Clyde groaned.
Friendzone speedrun.
Cassie grinned, obviously enjoying their misery.
I'm just saying, boys, kahit magluto kayo ng gourmet meal para sa akin, hindi nyo ako mabobola.
Yago clenched his jaw. Ayaw niya ang nakikita niya. Cassie, smiling at them, laughing with them, looking like she belonged with them. At bago pa siya makapag-isip ng matino, he stepped forward, making his presence known. Silence. Cassie blinked.
Oh, bossing's here.
Clyde and Jericho instantly straightened up. Yago's gaze swept over them coldly before locking onto Cassie. A no-to. Party? Jericho scratched his head.
Chef's debriefing.
Debriefing?
Yago smirked pero walang amusement sa tono niya.
Talaga?
Cassie crossed her arms.
Init ng ulo ni Kuya. Boss, galit ka? Wala naman akong violation, ah?
Yet.
His gaze flicked to Clyde and Jericho, who suddenly looked like they regretted all their life choices. Yago turned back to Cassie. Tapos na shift mo, right? Cassie nodded.
Obviously.
Then you're coming with me.
She raised a brow.
Excuse me.
May pag-uusapan tayo.
Tungkol saan?
Jericho and Clyde shared a look. Oh. Cassie scoffed.
Bakit parang compulsory ang dating?
Yago smirked, stepping closer.
Kasi compulsory nga.
Cassie glared, but before she could argue, he leaned in slightly, lowering his voice.
Unless gusto mong dito tayo mag-usap. Kasama audience mo.
She clenched her jaw, obviously debating whether to argue or give in. Then she turned to Jericho and Clyde.
I hope nag-enjoy kayo mga kuya.
Clyde sighed, placing a hand on his chest.
Rest in peace. Hopes and dreams.
Jericho dramatically wiped an imaginary tear.
Fly high, sweet prince.
Yago rolled his eyes and without another word, placed a possessive hand on Cassie's lower back, leading her toward the exit. And just before they disappeared from view, Cassie looked over her shoulder at the two and grinned.
Good night, boys. Better luck in the next life.
Jericho and Clyde groaned in unison, and just like that, Cassie was gone. With Yago, who had zero intentions of letting her enjoy another round of flirtations with anyone else, except him.